Hey guys, welcome to Not Today with Eddie Pence. And
What is that voice?
that's my intro voice. That's my
Oh,
high energy welcome to the show voice.
I'm still trying to get Eddie to break out of his co-host role. Because,
I'm a second chair person.
you're a beta.
I'm a beta. I'm second chair.
It's worked well in your marriage.
It really has.
I
20
think-
plus years.
But yeah, it worked well in your marriage. It works well in your podcast.
It works great. I'm
just
great
like-
at second chair.
You're content at letting someone
Drive.
run the show.
Yeah. Except in real life, I prefer to drive the car.
Yeah, I think you've ridden with me one time and you're like, this never needs to
Nope.
happen again.
I get car sick.
You're having an amazing week though, from
It's
what
the
I hear.
best. I'm alone.
Define alone.
The wife and kid are out of town.
Where are they?
They went, it's Colton spring break this week. So
Oh.
they took Tracy and Colton flew up to Nevada to visit her parents, his grandparents,
Uh-huh.
and they're up there all week. And I have to work all week, and then I'm done on Thursday, and I'll drive up Thursday night, spend the weekend, and come back Monday.
Okay, so you're joining them. It's not like they've gone away without you.
No, they've gone away for 4 days,
Yeah.
and I'm alone for 4 days.
How did you get out of leaving at the same time as them?
Because I just said I have to work. I have to.
Eddie, let's be clear with your career. You don't have
I don't
to
have
do
to
anything.
work. They're podcasts. No one gives a shit.
Like my podcast world needs me.
No one gives. There's listeners. There's dozens of people that have to hear what my stupid opinions on toys.
I can't believe you got out of that.
I got out of it. It happens once a year. Every spring break, they go up there, and
To be
it's my
fair-
4-day vacation once a
To
year.
be fair though, you did just get back from like a hellish trip that you sent me video of like Colton and those kids dancing.
Oh yeah,
to
that was. Well, he went to
their student government thing or something.
Model UN.
What the Model UN?
I don't know. Colton. Yeah. We told him when you go to high school, you have to get involved because now for colleges you have to have this friggin' resume that includes clubs.
They
and
got to know you're not a
activities.
weirdo.
Yeah, they want to see
So
you
he picks
involved.
Model UN.
Apparently, that's what the smart kids do. I don't know. It never even crossed my. He came home. He's like, Dad, I joined Model UN. I'm like, what is Model UN? He's like, well, it's like a United Nations thing. I'm like, okay. And then I go up there to.
You're like, I heard Model. I hope there were Legos involved. God
I
damn it.
hope there's ladies. Model UN.
Exactly. Well, does that mean you get to work around girls? No, even less.
No, even less girls. Actually, it's shocking because he goes up there. They did this big conference called the Berkeley Model UN Conference, which is apparently it's been going on for like 70 years. It happens at the Cal Berkeley campus, the
Yeah.
Cal State Berkeley campus or whatever. And it's been like, groups of kids come from all over the world to go to this Model UN function where they all act like they're in the United Nations. And
How'd that go?
Oh, well,
Did they get more accomplished than we do?
No. It's the same. It's the same. Well, that's why I was sitting at, because the whole weekend I can't go watch what they're doing. They break into delegates and they do all these, they have resolutions and then they bring compromises and solutions. They vote on things, whatever they do. And then at the end, there's like a big awards ceremony for the best delegates and stuff. So I get to go to that. And I'm watching all these kids in suits. And shockingly, there's girls there. Like the girls do Model UN.
Yeah.
It's shocking.
Yeah.
It's not just.
Are they lookers?
It's not just. The girls are like, you look at the girls like, why are these are like, I mean, I can't say anything because I'm a
of course. That's
49-year-old
creepy.
man.
Yeah.
These are high school
But
kids.
according to Colton, are they lookers?
Yes.
Huh.
Like if you saw them, you're like, okay, those look like cool girls that wouldn't be hanging out at a Model UN conference.
Yeah.
And so they go up and I guess they
Tread
just.
lightly. You're in Aerosmith territory.
I know. I'm getting into 80s rock music right now.
Why are so many songs about underage
I
women?
don't. Young girl, get out of my mind. So I go up there and they have like this. They're cheering because there's a delegate and they're getting awards and stuff. I'm like, and at the end I leave. I'm like,
Fucking nerds.
I'm like fucking nerds, but like, you guys accomplished nothing. Like this was all a fake UN thing. Like,
and
nothing.
you accomplished literally the same thing that the UN does.
Nothing.
Nothing.
I guess it's good training for the UN because you just go up there and you train
life.
to pass a bunch of things
Like,
that don't matter.
we just argued for hours and none
Nothing
of it
changed.
matters.
Nothing
Nothing
changed.
changed.
Nothing
Oh my
changed.
God. So you're enjoying your time.
I'm enjoying
alone.
my time off. My 4 days off. I'm enjoying my time off.
What are you doing with your life right now?
Um,
Because you don't like podcasts for a couple hours a day.
this is I'm doing 4 today. This would be my
4
Well,
podcasts.
we're doing a couple. We're backlogging a couple.
Shh, don't break fourth
Sorry, I
wall.
didn't break the fourth wall. But you're out of town next week.
I'm out of town next week.
So we had to
yes.
backlog a couple. I got to do the Ralph report.
And believe me, we
which I
have
do
plenty
every
of
day.
stuff to talk about,
Yes.
so it's fine.
I got to do the Ralph report, and I do the ramble with Jerry. Such a
But Eddie, you're used to doing like 5 hours a day.
I know.
Like no problem.
Well, back our old show, I was literally doing. We did that 3 hours a day. Then
Yeah.
I had Ralph and Jerry, and I was literally a week. I was putting up 23 hours of podcasting a week
Sheesh.
when we had our old show at our old schedule.
Sheesh.
It was insane.
Part-time job, no benefits.
No benefits. I have no retirement to speak of. My IRA is a 6-pack of chicken McNuggets.
Sorry,
So
Eddie.
I'd have nothing.
It's funny.
I'm
but
gonna die
it's
broke.
Sad as fuck.
Hope Tracy can keep her looks long enough to remarry.
But you're like having friends over right now?
No, I don't have friends. I have one friend, but he lives in Orange County.
You have one friend.
Jerry is pretty much my friend.
You have other friends.
I have friends. I mean, I got
Huck.
I have John Huck's a good friend. Brian, or I have like, but no one's like, I don't hang out with anybody.
I think it's because you all are also loners.
Yes.
Like all of your friends also enjoy being by
Being alone.
themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
And they're perfectly comfortable that way.
I think
too.
the older men get, the more they enjoy being alone.
Yeah.
I really do.
Because you get less time. You guys can't even take a shit by yourselves. Let's be honest.
No, not when you have a wife and a kid.
No.
When you get 4 days alone, you want to be alone.
All of a sudden, just hearing, honey, and you're like,
What?
I'm working on something here.
I'm gonna go to the store. Do you want it? No. And this could have been a text from the store.
Oh, that's so true.
So
I don't know. I feel like as I get older, I want more female friends. Like I've never
Really?
stopped making friends, but all the guys that I know, including, my ex-husband, like all the men that I know, it's
Yeah.
like they have a finite group of friends and then they reach a certain age and they're like, no new friends.
let's see. Like I used to, like in my 20s, I would have buddies come over. We play video games till like 2 a.m. Like we hung out.
Yeah.
And now the older I get, like being a comic, I'll go out and I'll see friends and we'll hang out while we're out doing shows or
That
whatever.
doesn't count.
That
That's
doesn't really
work.
count. That's
That's
work.
work.
But outside of that, no. If I go to a movie, I go to the movie with my son. If I get something to eat, I usually go alone. Like I don't want to be around people.
I don't want to project here, but is it maybe because like you're that dad that's like, my son is my best friend?
It's gotten to that point.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, 'cause I see him every day.
Sweet.
I see him every day.
But you can't talk to him about real life shit.
No, and he's also now he's getting, you can't. But he's getting now. But now he's to the point now where he's got his own friends because he's starting to get like a lot of friends in high school. So now like
so you're getting left behind.
so I'm getting left behind. He was great from like 4th grade to
I really
like
feel
8th
like you're not
grade.
holding up the end of this relationship,
No.
Colton.
He's ditching me. Like we went to Halloween Horror Nights last year at Universal, and we had a blast.
Did he
Right?
run into a group of friends that he knew?
No. This is where we go and we do that, and we're having fun. He never went before because he was going to be too scared. I'm like, let's just go, see if you like it. If you're scared, we'll leave.
Yeah.
He went, loved it. We went to all the mazes and stuff. He loved it. And then this year, I'm like, hey, do you want to go to Halloween Horror Nights again? He's like, yeah, I was going to check with my friends, see if they're going to go. And then, and if they don't, then I'll go with you. I'm like, oh,
Wow.
Just-
You're like, wow, I hope your allowance.
just crane kicked me in the face with that one.
See, you wouldn't have these feelings, though, these big feelings, if you had friends.
Yeah, but I don't want, I guess. Yeah, but I can't imagine walking through scary mazes with my guy friends.
You can't?
No. Hey, but we were jump scaring at each other. No.
No, part of the fun is going through mazes with adults that are also terrified.
No, I can't.
Especially, it's so funny. Halloween Horror Nights has just such weird memories for me because one year I took edibles with a girlfriend and we made the classic edible mistake because we took one.
Yeah.
We waited 2 hours. Nothing happened. So we
You took more?
we re-upped.
No. I don't even do edibles, and I know you don't do that.
We re-upped. And somewhere through I think it was the American Horror Story Roanoke. We were in the middle of that house and I went, oh no.
Hello, edibles.
And I was like, oh, this just got real. And we got into this one room and she and I, grown-ass women, holding hands in the middle of this haunted house, walking through at an extra slow space because we were on a different planet. And we think we've made it out. It's the last room in the house.
Yeah.
But they always save something crazy
Yeah.
for the last room in the house. And there's a man dressed as a tree.
Oh, no.
On stilts.
No.
On stilts.
No, that
And
freaks
he
out a normal
comes in
brain.
from above. And we just went, oh no. And we froze. And he goes, get the fuck out. He goes, leave. Like he had to force us out.
like me and leave.
All right, Groot. But yeah, we got out of that and I was like, oh, I don't know if this night is gonna get any better.
No.
And so
You
I was like,
peaked.
I may have one more house in me after this. And the last house we had left was Saul.
Oh no.
And there was a
Not
room
salt
that
and
year
edibles.
where the walls closed in on
Oh,
you with
no.
rotating circular saws in
No.
the walls that squirted water that had red lights in it, so it
Oh,
looked like blood.
So you're freaking out.
So I got to that room and I just went, nope. Like I audibly said it out
And I just
loud.
walked through the fake walls.
No, I tried to turn around and they were like, you can't, you have to go. You're committed. You're committed. And so I literally closed my eyes and I was like, someone has to shepherd me through this. I need a seeing eye human to get through the rest of this haunted house.
Where's my service human? I need my service human, please.
I need my emotional support human.
Wow.
I brought him a vest. Where
Don't
is
do
he?
edibles.
But yeah,
Universal Horror Nights.
but yeah, I do think that I always had more friends than the guys I was around. You know?
I think girls always have more friends than guys. I don't know. I think when guys make friends, they make tighter friends. It's a tighter bond. Girls, I think, have larger groups of friends and they sort of transition through their groups of friends as they go through life.
What does that mean?
Like people come
That
and people
felt
go.
very,
People come and people go.
Are you saying we're not loyal?
I'm not saying loyal. I'm just saying, I think, how do I say this without every woman not hating me?
Go for it, Eddie.
It seems to me, oh God, this is where I've painted myself into a corner. It seems to me that women, oh God, even just saying that sounded awful. Not use, that's a bad word too. That's a bad word too.
Delete.
Where's the rip
Delete.
cord? I need to jump out of this plane.
I do think that women go through
I think you guys molt.
yeah, we do.
friends. You have a friend for a while and it works for you. And then you sort of either outgrow that friend or you change and you need different friends.
Not the real ones. So this is I think here's where relationships for females differ. I think as long as we bond over similar experiences.
Sure.
And I think at some point women's life experiences go one of two ways, like women who have children, women who don't have children.
Yeah.
And it's like me having to relate to a woman who has a full family
Yeah.
is much more difficult if
course.
I have not known that individual for a long time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like my friends back home that have kids, I love them.
Yeah.
I'm the cool aunt.
You can't make best friends right now with a woman who's got 2 kids and a husband. It'd be
No,
difficult.
because she's got priorities.
Yes, you don't have the time.
She doesn't have the time.
She doesn't have the
honestly.
time.
I have a full-time career. She's a full-time family.
Right.
She doesn't have the time.
Yeah.
You know, she has other life forms
Right.
that require her energy,
Right.
you know, that need her. I just have cats.
And I
and
also
a
think
dog.
I think women in general look for a deeper connection with their friends.
We do.
Whereas I think men are hang out with more. It's a more superficial hangout with guys.
Oh, for sure, 100%. You're like, you like cars? You
I like
tit-
cars.
You
Let's
like
watch
titties?
football.
You like titties?
I like titties and wings. Let's
Oh
have
my
titties
God, we're
and
best
wings.
friends now.
Right.
I literally had a bit about that on stage.
Oh,
Yeah.
you did? Well, I think guys are more superficial when it comes to their friendship. There are some guys that have if you go through certain experiences, you have a more connected bond. But I
Yeah.
think for the most part, most of our friends, I think it's why it's more, not transactional, but I think it's like we just sort of like we have our close 1 or 2 friends that we could call and we haven't spoken to in 6 years. And it would be like we just never stop talking.
I still have those though. And I think that that's like my more dude bro side of me.
Yeah.
Because I have those friends that I can literally pick up the phone. We haven't spoken in 6 months to a year sometimes. We pick up.
And it just feels
And
like you
it
never
feels
stop
like
talking.
we never stopped talking. And there's no judgment.
Yeah.
Because we both know we had like lives going on.
Yeah.
You know? And it's like, hey, here's the download. Here's all of the cliff notes that you missed.
Yeah.
I'll get you caught up on the last season so that you're ready for the new season.
Yeah.
You know, like it's
Right.
it's literally like that season preview before a television show starts. And that's what I feel like real adult friendship is supposed to be, you know?
Yeah.
But I also think there's an element too of men bond over stuff that they love. And women tend to bond over things that we
Yes.
hate.
You guys find, yeah, I get that. Yeah. Like,
And it's usually another woman. It's usually a bully. I mean, that's so many women.
so women friends are just support groups.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
just,
trauma bonding.
It's trauma bonding.
For
It's just
sure.
support groups. Where
Listen,
guys are just fans.
you're like,
We
you're
just
here.
hang out. We cheer for the things we like together.
I think sports did that to you guys.
Sports and movies. Yeah, I think we cheer for the things we like, whereas women bond over trauma.
So funny though. But I do question loyalty when it comes to dude friends though.
Yeah.
I think female friends can be a lot more real female friends. Like, don't get me wrong, there's definitely toxic women out there.
Oh, there's toxic people.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I think I'm starting to wonder, based on like current circumstances, whether or not men are as loyal to their friends as women are.
Okay.
And I have a very specific life example.
Okay.
So this past weekend I was doing shows, right?
Yeah.
In Arizona.
Okay.
And I got a couple of messages in my DMs because people saw I was performing and they were like, hey, would love to come out and see your shows, blah, blah, blah. It's been a while. And they were all friends of my ex.
That's interesting.
Like my ex-husband, not like a random ex.
No.
Like people that I feel like have definitely picked up on what has taken place.
That's
you know,
interesting.
we've never formally announced it, but like, yeah, it's a done deal.
Yeah.
But both of us, for the most part, aside from using it for content and material on stage, we have not.
What's your life? You got to talk about your life.
We have not discussed it publicly. We've kept people out of it. You know what I mean?
Which you should. It's your private life.
You should. Plus, I just feel like the people that need to know every detail about what happened, like they feel like they're entitled to it, is wild.
Really?
Huh?
Really?
Yeah.
People think they're entitled to that.
Oh, yeah. They're like, we bought you a gift. We bought you that blender. What happened? I need to know. I'm an investor. I'm a part owner, like the Packers, in this relationship. And I need to know why this fell apart.
I own 1% share in what happened.
Exactly.
I want to return on my investment.
Exactly. And I was like, oh, that money is long gone. But there's just, I was really like, I don't know if I want these people to come.
That's interesting. Because
I was like, there's part of me, I don't know how you feel. There's part of me that I really enjoy going to different cities and going on the road because the majority of the time I don't know anyone.
I prefer to perform with people I don't know.
It's an honest audience.
Yeah.
Like when we went to Canada, blast.
Yeah.
Those people don't know us.
No.
It was insane.
I always enjoy going in front of people I don't know.
But going in front of people that like know the real,
they know the stories you're talking about.
Yeah, they know the stories I'm talking about are real, and there's real things behind them, and there's real people behind them. And granted, like, look, you exaggerate and you play up certain elements for stage.
Comedy is truth to the point of you have to make it funny.
Or in some cases, play down so that you don't just completely, alienate the audience for them realizing how sad your life is. Listen, we do that too. We're like, I have to protect you guys from this.
You can just look at me and tell.
Can't tell you the last time you shaved. Seriously. It's probably for an audition.
It was.
But when his friends were like, oh, we want to come out, I was like, oh, this is not weird at all.
That's uncomfortable.
Especially because I was working on like new stuff and talking about like the minor league baseball aspect of it. Because being a baseball player's wife is such a thankless job.
Yeah.
It's really a full-time job because you're basically, it's like a team chaperone for a travel team of grown men.
Yeah. Well, being a comedian's wife isn't much easier on my wife's side.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like Tracy takes it on the chin pretty well. I mean, I don't know about that part, but you know what I mean? I feel like she takes her jokes.
Only when she asks for it. I would never do that without permission.
Only on special occasions like anniversaries, birthdays. But I don't know. I just feel like it was very weird performing in front of them.
That would be very weird.
But I don't know. There was also part of me that I think I said on stage, I was like, I can tell some of you don't know whose side you're on. And I was like, but if it's any consolation, the people that are laughing the hardest in this room right now know him and they think this is hilarious. They know him and they think it's hilarious. In fact, like, they're his friends.
Yeah.
They're here to support me. Did I win? Does that mean I won?
I don't know.
I was like, high score. Did I break it?
Well, to me, it's always weird as a comic performing in front of people that know the stories.
Yeah.
Because you have so many, as a comedian, as a performer, you have so many things going through your head before you go on stage. One thing you don't want is thinking about the audience.
100%.
You don't want to think about who's in the audience, who's looking at you, who's thinking about you. Do they know what I'm talking about? Do they know who I'm talking about?
Yeah. Isn't it? I don't know how. Have you performed in front of your parents a lot?
I have. Like, it's been over the last 5-6 years, I performed in front of them more than I have in the first 15 years I was doing comedy.
How was that?
It's interesting because my mom didn't know I had a vasectomy until I performed in front of her.
And she was like, "Oh no, so no more grandbabies."
Well, it's just weird to talk about that part of your life.
Did you acknowledge it?
Yes.
You have to
I had to. I was
acknowledge
like,
it.
yeah, my mom's. This is the first time my mom's heard about my vasectomy.
Yeah.
So this is very strange to like, because your parents know you at a different. Who you are as a comedian isn't who your parents know you as.
Nope. 100%.
And so when you're
honestly,
performing,
the part of my personality that is my comedy side, I don't think my parents like her very much because she was the kid in the back of the car that was like, "You guys are idiots.
yeah,
You guys are idiots. I have figured out that you know nothing about what
Right.
you're doing. I am the first child and burnt pancake of this family. And like, you guys have just been making this shit up as the whole time you've been going along. You know what I mean?
right. I know all your bullshit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And my mom, I don't know if your mom's ever done this. My mom was like, don't make jokes about me. And I was like, what am I supposed to do then? Like, I have to explain. Like,
you're responsible for so
you are
much.
my villain origin story, okay? Like, you are my. How did she get this way? Well, I had
What?
2 hot parents that were basically 80s bullies.
I'm the Joker. You're Batman. You threw me into that vat of acid.
She's like, oh, but it's so funny. I performed in front of my parents for like the second time, I think. The first time was like way back in the day, like 2014. I was still like a young baby comic, you know?
I couldn't. That's too early.
Yeah, it was too early. And then it was also for Bert Kreischer's Fully Loaded tour.
Oh, God.
So it was noon and I was so drunk.
Oh my God.
So drunk in front of my parents. And I never drink in front of my parents. So they were like, "What is this?"
Who is this person?
Exactly. And so this time was different when I did it last year. And my mom, I was doing a lot of new material about my divorce.
Yeah.
And my mom decided to chime in a lot.
While you're on stage?
While I'm on stage,
Oh, no.
audibly enough for the room to hear. And I was like, I'm being...
How do you shut down mom heckler?
Ordinarily, when I say I love it when my mom...
I don't come to your job and slack the dick out of your mouth. Is that what you say to your mom?
You can't say that.
I know.
It was so rough. I was like, I love that she thinks she's helping me right now.
Well, moms are always going to be moms.
She's like, "Here, let me help you." No, you're not. You're not making this any
you're
better.
Making this worse.
Yeah.
It's weird. You get to the point where you're so old. I'm so old now, and I've been doing it for so long that when my parents are there or my in-laws, I perform in front of my in-laws more than my parents.
I used to do that too.
Yeah, and it's very strange, but you get to the point where, as a comedian, like you just put it out of your head, and you're like, I'm just focusing on the crowd, and they're there, but it's a whole mental thing of just like taking them out of your head and putting them over. It's like that Harry Potter thing where you take the wand and pull the memory out of your head and throw it over there.
My in-law used to sit in the front row. There's no taking that out of your head. It's literally sitting right in front of you. And what's crazy is like, obviously, that material was different. I was doing stuff about being married, and I was shitting all over her son, and myself. Let's be clear.
Yeah.
But she was like surprisingly fine with that and thought that was hilarious. But I think if she saw my set now,
well, it's different.
It's different.
Circumstances have changed.
Circumstances have changed, and more importantly, I discuss her role in my marriage, which we'll see. We'll see how those clips do when they go online.
Oh. That'll be exciting.
I'm glad I'm not the only one though, because I was freaking out. I was freaking out this past weekend.
That is weird.
They were super cool though after the show. Like they were just like, it's so cool to actually finally watch you do your thing, because we've seen clips online, since you started posting them recently. And he was like, my wife says hi. We miss talking to you. And I was like, honestly, I thought I lost you in the divorce.
Right.
Because you assume
you lose
whatever, you take whatever friends you came in with.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You think it's just an equal parting of.
Yeah. You think it's just, okay, these
I'll
are
take
your
my
things.
shit, you take your
exactly.
shit. Exactly.
It's exactly like a divorce.
Right.
It's exactly like when you get rid of your stuff.
Well, I think as we get older, especially, to me I don't know. People should be adult enough to be like, okay, well, that was their relationship. I formed friendships with both those people.
Yeah.
Their relationship dissolved. And as long as no one was like beaten or like severely hurt, then you can't go, okay, well, that was between you two. I can still be friends with both of you.
100%.
So I think, to me, that should be a thing that could happen. It's difficult to do, but it should be something that could happen.
But they were like, not gonna lie, jokes are fire. So I was like, that's all I needed to know, is that the people that had knowledge of the situation were like, oh, this is hilarious.
If your friends can't laugh at you, then they're not your friends. If you
100%.
can't have your friends laugh at you, then they're not your friends. Then
100%. The other thing, God, Eddie, I don't know how to deal with this. I am having like an issue on stage right now though, and I've never had this problem before. What? I don't even know how to say this because like you're like my dude friend,
Yeah.
you know, and like I think of myself as kind of like a dude bro 90% of the time.
Yeah.
Eddie, my nipples keep getting hard on stage.
Are they hard now?
I don't
No,
know.
they don't look hard.
No, they're good. They're
so
good.
what do you mean? Like, what do you wear on stage?
But
where
I
they
also,
get hard?
this sports bra is like slightly thicker lining than like the bras that I typically wear.
You don't wear that on stage?
No, because I have to wear a surgical bra right now because I had my surgery back in November and I'm still not cleared to wear anything other than sports bras and surgical bras. And when I wear certain types of clothes, like the sports bra just doesn't look good underneath it, you know?
I guess.
You're like, yeah, I get it. Same here. You're like, I got to strap these titties down all the time.
I can't wear my cup on stage.
But I was just like, I didn't realize how frequently this was happening. Because I knew it happened one night at the Laugh Factory.
Yeah.
Because this woman came up to me afterwards and she was like, you have an amazing ass. And I was like, thanks, really helps me in comedy. She goes, I did not know whether to stare at that or your nipples the entire set.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, I just got me too'd at a comedy show. Thank you. I don't know.
Do you know if are they hard before you go on stage, or are they getting hard while you're on stage?
I think they're getting hard while I'm on
Because sometimes
stage.
that is I've heard that's a reaction some people have. Well, they'll either get erections on stage or they'll get hard nipples on stage.
Have you ever gotten an erection on stage?
I can't remember. I don't think so. I don't ever recall being uncomfortable with an erection on stage. I've gone on stage with my zipper down several times.
Yeah, I know. I've witnessed that.
So
and I was like, God damn it.
I do it.
I always try to let you know, but you're a big culprit. Like, Eddie, how are you so busy that you forget to zip your own pants on a regular basis?
And then it's gotten to the point now where I take the mic out of the stand and then I bring my hand down to brush by my crotch just to make sure. Which is like, you think, okay, well, that's not really helping because I'm already on stage.
You should. That is like a huge fear of mine because I try to wear mostly like tights and stuff on stage, just like stuff I can move around in because I like doing physical comedy. But I have been wearing like these like old retro jeans quite a bit because the stupid kids on TikTok made me do it. They're like, skinny jeans, you're old. So then I bought like some wide leg jeans.
So were we back to baggy jeans now?
Yeah, we're back to baggy jeans now. I hate it. They fit in the butt, but like they're just huge on the bottom. I was like, thank God I got rid of my Jinkos from back in the day. But I had that same fear where I was like checking all the buttons in the flight. I was like, okay, we're good. And so I was like, crisis averted.
Yeah.
I didn't realize like it's headlights on from middle of my set on. You know what I mean? It's not even cold in the club. You're on stage. You're hot. You're usually warm. The fact this happened at the Laugh Factory, which is one of the warmest places ever to perform. Like that stage gets heated.
I think it's something in the brain where you get a state of arousal when you're on stage. I don't know what it is, but I've heard that happens.
And honestly, it kind of makes me feel a little bit better though, because I thought I was having stage fright, and it turns out I'm just excited.
Just really happy to be here.
Really excited to be here, everybody.
Really
you can tell. One side's more excited than the other. She'll get there. She's just a little slow. You know, she's in regular classes. Don't look at her funny. But like, it's just. It's embarrassing. I even wore nipple covers, Eddie, and
like pasty things.
Yeah, and my nipples were still like
fuck this.
Hilarious. Oh, that's hilarious. You want
an Incredible Hulk out of this shit. That's funny. And what do you do when you're on stage? Have you noticed them on stage?
Pirate patches on my titties.
Have you ever noticed them on stage, or is it after someone tells you when you're?
I never noticed them on stage. I notice it when people take pictures of me on stage.
And you're like, oh,
and
hello.
Yeah. And I ended up wearing like practically the same thing every single night because everything else I brought, I would go put it on and I'd be like, I can't.
There's nips.
Yeah.
I'm
like, they're already like challenge accept. Oh, you're going to cover us? That's hilarious. That's cute. And I think this is the first time this has ever happened to me because my old boob job, I think I had so much scar tissue with the rupture and just bad overall surgery techniques that I didn't have as much sensation.
I've heard that when women get breast implants that you lose
This is the exact opposite. Like, they're alive now. Do you know what I mean?
Like hello. Interesting.
It's so embarrassing. You've never gone on stage with a boner?
No, I don't think I have.
Bullshit.
I've gone on stage with like dribbles of pee on my pants.
That tracks.
That tracks.
Like I
Totally.
said, I think honestly your issues come to just you're in too big of a hurry.
I got lots of stuff going on.
For what?
I don't
Eddie?
know, but I feel like I'm
You're
in
like,
a hurry.
I gotta get to 7 different podcasts after this.
Well, I'll go pee, and then you just don't realize you got like 2 dribbles right there, and you're like,
You don't know the rule.
And so
It's
before
2 shakes, the third one you're
I
playing with
shake,
it, right?
but at my age with my prostate, it's like it's a constant dribble. It's like a oil. It's like the USS Arizona in Pearl Harbor. It's just dripping oil constantly. And so I just don't know when
People
there's
come
pee.
and throw flowers over it.
Yeah, they bring a boat over and they come
Some
and
guy's
look.
like, I'm so sorry, man. I remember when mine started doing that. I'm so sorry.
Thank you
sorry
for your
loss.
service.
We're bad people.
Probably.
Oh my God. Oh, is it too soon to make Pearl Harbor jokes?
I don't think so.
I don't either. Oh my God. But the other thing was I was performing down the street from it's a very old crowd this weekend.
Arizona?
Yeah.
Was it near baseball? Was it near spring training stuff?
It was in Scottsdale, which I thought was like supposed to be like young and hip, but like I think a different part of Scottsdale, like a more northern part of Scottsdale. It was like called Desert Ridge.
That sounds old.
And I'm like 90% positive it was a nudist colony.
Ew.
Like there was a nudist colony adjacent.
Nope.
You know?
No nudist colony.
You can tell because there's always like a Target.
Yeah.
A Fat Tuesdays. And a nudist colony. Like it's all very, you know what I mean? And a Dave and Buster's.
Margaritaville.
You know? Dave and Buster's, exactly. But I was like, oh man, I haven't been around that since I was a kid.
You live near a nudist colony?
Yeah.
Why?
Not on purpose.
Oh, that would drive down value of the home, I would imagine.
Why? Does your neighbor have poor visibility into his house? No, I have great into his.
These shrubs will not grow fast enough. It's too expensive to bring in full-grown trees.
Why can you see inside your neighbor's home? Nope, just his dick.
Just his dick hole.
His dick.
See his dick hole. See if he's got hemorrhoids or not. Ew.
Did you guys like have weird, like when you were growing up, I don't know, like nudity was always like frowned upon in my family.
Oh, well, yeah. I never got like a sex talk.
Never?
No. It was, none of that. My brother and I literally learned about sex watching like 2 a.m. Skinamax.
Really?
Yeah. I never got a sex. I got whatever you got in school with their sex ed for the 2-week course they had during PE. And then
so you just like showed up at a girl's house with a pizza and you're like, I heard this is how this starts.
This is how this works. I'm supposed to clean your pool. And then I get to
do things to you.
And then this is so quiet in here. Shouldn't there be some music?
Oh my God.
It was it was literally do your own research.
Yeah. Has Colton asked you about that yet?
Yeah, Colton asked. I went the opposite way, and I talk about this in my act a lot. Like I went the complete opposite way because I got no sex talk, and I didn't want that to happen. So he knows everything.
Oh no.
He knows everything. He knows how straight people have sex. He knows how gay people have sex. He knows.
He's like, do you ever try that, Dad?
No, never tried it. I know about it. I've seen the pictures, but I've never tried it.
He's like, wait, I don't understand. Can you draw me a diagram? You're like, nope.
So he knows way more than most kids knew way more than I knew at my age or when I was his age.
Yeah.
But I tried to, because you're going to see it. I'd rather him learn it from me than
some dumb kids at school.
Than dumb kids at school or some fucking porno. I'm like, that's not real life.
No. He's going to be very disappointed.
Yeah. You're like, oh, this sucks.
He's like, they made it look so much easier in the videos. She's supposed to be doing a handstand.
And they're all ripped. All these people are so in shape.
I don't know what you've watched, but
I watched the stuff that used to have a production budget. Now it's just people with their iPhones.
Now it's just, man, Sharon's got to pay her rent.
Yeah. Nudity should be left to the professionals.
Did you see that? I sent you that article about that couple that's been working out naked.
No, don't work out naked. They pay the gym.
Yeah.
They rent out the gym and they work out naked in the gym.
Yeah. Together.
That gym needs to be burned to the ground.
It's so crazy because 2 people actually got fired from my old gym that I used to work
for working
at
out naked?
For banging in there after hours.
Oh, that's
they were
different.
employees.
Yeah,
but they worked out together naked and then they banged. Get this. They banged in like the kids' play area.
Oh, come on. Like on the giant rubber dinosaur
Exactly. Bonosaurus
in the
Rex.
ball pit. The bonosaur. Ugh.
Oh my god.
Gyms are gross enough without having fucking fecal matter and semen everywhere.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like I'll come home sometimes and I'll be like, how am I breaking out? And I'm like,
I have to
oh,
burn
yeah,
all these
'cause-
clothes.
Exactly. I'm like, I'll be breaking out and I'll just be like, why am I breaking out? I'm like, oh, people don't wipe down the equipment at
Right.
the gym. They're disgusting.
Right.
I'm like, oh, so I have to give everything a pre-wipe and a post-wipe because you don't know what to do.
And I got to bring a black light now to make sure.
Oh, and the leg
Why would you want
press?
to be naked on gym equipment?
They literally had pictures of them on
Working
the leg,
out.
on the leg press, butt naked.
Right.
Honey, you squat me. You wanna spot me?
Would not want to. Oh, could you imagine
I
watching
liked-
naked squats?
I like working out with other people. I don't think I'm already self-conscious enough about my body movements when I'm working out because
Yeah.
I want to make sure I'm doing it right so I don't hurt myself. And also I have a very big complex about looking stupid at the gym. I do not like looking stupid at
Right.
the gym, you know? Like I always have to know where all the equipment is and that I know how to use it properly
Right.
or I just won't do it.
Right. I'll just turn around and leave.
Because there is not a worse feeling in the world than a dude coming up to you and being like, so you're doing that wrong. So you should really do this. And I was like,
Right,
babe.
you're not supposed to sit on that.
Yeah,
That's-
exactly. I was like, babe, if you want to go home with me, you shut the fuck up and let me work out by myself. But yeah, when I saw those pictures, I was just like, oh, this is bringing back those memories of Florida. Mm.
Why would you do naked like hip sled? That's just so disgusting. Because it's just putting your naked asshole.
I
right in
can't
the
think
air.
of any activity that people should do naked.
No, sex is the only naked activity
Maybe like
with another person.
Korean spas. Have you done like the
No,
spas before?
I'm not. I can't relax with other naked people.
Not like co-ed. I'm talking like, is it
Even with
dudes?
But no, I can't relax with naked dudes around.
What? You
Why?
were in locker rooms.
Yeah, I head up, looking at the ceiling, doing what I do, and leaving. I don't see other naked dudes. It's bad enough I have to see my naked body.
Eddie, I have to call BS. I feel like most dudes have at least been like, oh, that's what Chad's working on. Okay.
No, I don't look. No.
Okay.
Alex
okay.
knows.
Alex.
No. Guys don't look at other
BS.
dicks. Guys don't look at other dicks.
Girls
No.
completely check each other out. Even totally straight girls.
What do you look at? Nice boobs or those
Yeah.
are saggy. Those fucking she's
Yeah.
got flapjacks.
Oh, I didn't see that coming.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't see that one coming.
Looks like a roast beef sandwich.
Yeah. No, that was what shocked me the last time I went to the Korean spa with a girlfriend of mine. Because that's where we went to catch up.
Yeah.
Like we just went to
And
go
you're just hanging out, catching up naked?
butt ass naked.
No.
Butt
Can't.
ass naked in a
Nope,
hot
can't
tub.
do it.
And then you go and you get like a body scrub and stuff
No.
like that. Yeah.
No.
It's bonding.
It's not bonding.
It's
It's
bonding.
uncomfortable silence is what it would be. It'd be
Two
very
dudes
uncomfortable.
can't talk with
No, I
with
can't.
their dicks out in
I'm
a
sure
hot
other
tub.
dudes can, but I no. The male form is disgusting.
I don't disagree with you.
So why do I want to sit in the presence of it?
I'd rather look at naked girls all day long than look at a naked dude. That's why I've never understood.
Oh, I agree. Yeah, if I was a girl, yeah, I'd want to hang out with other naked girls. Sure, naked.
Yeah.
The female form is beautiful.
Yeah, I was like, oh.
Hanging out with naked dudes? No, I've
Yeah.
never wanted to be around naked dudes.
The only thing that really surprised
Don't
me though
clip
is,
that sound.
is
Well,
how much
I guess clip it.
Bush has really come back. Not the band, but like.
That was the one great thing about the '90s was the disdain for pubic hair. That was the best thing about the '90s was the disdain for pubic hair.
Mine's never coming back. Can't. Hardwood floors have been installed. There's no coming back. I've ruined like between laser hair removal and over plucking my eyebrows. I have
You scorched earth
successfully.
it.
I have turned myself into a Sphinx cat. Like
It's the surface of Mars. There's nothing can grow.
the sad thing is like there's nothing that's gonna hide anything. So like as stuff starts to age, it's literally gonna look like a hairless cat. I know that's probably TMI for this podcast audience. We probably, especially because Eddie told me the other day our vet listens to this. So
Hey, Dr. Mike.
I'll bring my pussy in next week. Just not the cat.
that one.
No, the one with hair. All right, Eddie, it's that time. It's
Okay.
time for it to happen.
All right.
We need the intro music. Please get it for us.
Alex, do we have any sound drops you could drop before I do this?
For Florida Man.
No, there's no
Nope.
sound drop.
It's like you didn't pay me enough.
I really
for that.
need to figure out the. Okay, here we go. Alex is going to play two.
So, for those who don't understand the rules,
Florida Man, I read Jen and Alex 3 Florida Man headlines. 2 are real, 1 is fake. They have to tell me which is the fake one, and Jen has to prove her Floridanness to me by telling me which is the fake Florida Man headline.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Florida Man arrested for kidnapping 27 people and forcing them to play Yahtzee for 36 straight hours. Florida Man arrested for attempted striptease at Japanese steakhouse. Or C, Florida man severely injured while firewalking during son's birthday. Those are 3 Florida Man headlines. 2 of those happened.
Okay.
1 has not happened yet.
I have follow-up questions.
Okay.
The striptease at the Japanese steakhouse.
Yeah.
What was the name of the steakhouse?
Benihana.
Benihana?
Benihana.
Is it somebody's birthday?
Didn't say what the occasion was. Did not say. Florida man arrested for
She's like,
kidnapping.
this is my bachelorette. I think that happened.
Florida man arrested for attempted striptease at Japanese steakhouse.
I think that happened. I think the firewalking for sure happened.
Florida man severely injured while firewalking during son's birthday.
I have a hard time believing that people were kidnapped to play Yahtzee.
Florida man arrested for kidnapping 27 people and forcing them to play Yahtzee for 36 straight hours.
You're just telling me 27 people couldn't get away?
I don't know. It's just
27 people were kidnapped? Or did they all decide it was a kidnapping
just
because
reading
they're
the
like,
headlines.
who signed up to play Yahtzee for 7 hours?
So you're saying A is the fake one.
I think A is the fake one.
Okay. Alex?
I honestly think A is the real one.
What's your reasoning?
I love
Because it's so
Yahtzee.
specific.
I love Yahtzee.
So if you were
not a
kidnapped,
kidnapping.
yeah, but if you were kidnapped and then you start playing Yahtzee, like, well, I'm not
Well,
going
this
to
isn't
leave.
that bad.
I'm not going to leave.
I
Oh, they got pizza. Why would I leave?
yeah, exactly. It sounds like a fine group. To
It's almost
hang
like a
out
fun
with.
sleepover.
It's
You
like a
just
tournament.
involuntarily went to.
Unless they're gonna say it happened in like a nursing home and like it's just a misunderstanding.
So Alex says, which one you say is the fake one?
I think that second one is the fake one.
Attempted striptease at Japanese steakhouse?
Yeah, I
Okay.
feel like there's enough staff to like kick you out before you even get down to pants.
I don't know. What is it?
C.
What?
Florida man severely injured while firewalking during son's birthday.
I thought that was real.
I thought that was real too. I thought that was for sure real.
No, that was fake. I'm sure it will be real at some
I want to know
point.
more about. I want to know more about the Benihana story for sure. That legit.
There was
happened?
a lot of sake involved, I believe. A lot of sake.
There was no sake later.
There was no sake on that penis.
Oh man, I just imagine the guy trying to do his job and like trying to do like the 3-point shot with
Trying
the
to
shrimp.
hang a shrimp on it. from
Exactly.
half the room away. Fucking ring a shrimp around that. It's like horseshoes.
Oh man, well it's been fun, Eddie.
Yes.
I'm so glad that we got to catch up, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your week as
I am looking forward to
as a lone man.
it. Looking forward to it.
And best of luck with the travels this week. Where can everybody find you?
Check me out at eddiepence.com and let you know where I'm at and all the time and all the podcasts I do
Exactly, and all the shows.
and all the shows.
And I am at jensturger.com. My shows are not there, but other things are that make me a lot of money. So you can go to that. And I've got cats to feed. And obviously check out my Instagram. That's got all the upcoming shows that I'm doing. I'm going to be in New York. I'm going to be in Boston.
Nice.
I'm going to be in San Diego. You know, all the different places.
Nice.
So yeah. Check all that out, guys. I'd love to see you out at some shows. Until then, like, subscribe. Please keep sharing the show. We love how much you guys are loving this.
Yes. Thanks for coming
and
back.
Thanks for coming back. Thanks for finding us again. Thanks for bearing with us while we figure this stuff out. And we'll see you again next week on Not Today. Eddie, you gotta fucking
Bye.
say something. Gotta say something. It's an audio medium.